Be sure to click that little bell so you can never miss a video from the roundtable. Theories, reviews, news, updates, all straight to your device. Hashtag Notification Squad. Welcome back to Crystal Clear on the Roundtable. I'm your host, Ostrich Fox. Putting myself in Steven's shoes with everything we know about Homeworld, the Gem War, Rose Quartz, and the Diamonds, there's one figure I fear the most right now, and that's not Yellow or White Diamond, but Blue Diamond. Why her? After all, Yellow is very militant, White seems to be the end-all to be-all, but Blue Diamond just appears to be sad, mourning, and vulnerable. However, that's not exactly the case. Blue Diamond is extremely emotionally unstable, and I don't know if you guys have ever encountered those who have high emotional instability, but they can act out in very irrational behavior, similar to Yellow Diamond and Message Received. Yellow may also be emotionally unstable, but she seems to have a grip on herself, unlike Blue, who just wallows and mourns at every given chance. It then begs the question, if Blue gets that sad when she's sad, how angry does she get when she's angry? Slice of Otaku made a video on how this upcoming arc on Homeworld may see Blue return to form, similar to her glory days, the cold-hearted tyrant who would shatter gems at the sight of something that displeases her. But what if that never left? We've only seen Blue Diamond behind closed doors, when she thinks she's alone. She quickly puts on a serious, intimidating face the second her and Yellow's moment is compromised, and that'll be all. Her body language, tone, and expressions change entirely. That indicates how she conducts herself to her court, and subsequently all of Gemkind, is different from how she presents herself to her quote-unquote family, Yellow and White. Let me ask you what's more shocking, seeing a ruthless antagonist have a moment of weakness, something that's rather cliche in animation, or be properly introduced to a character as a broken, lost, vulnerable person who seems to be misguided in their intentions, only to be smacked right in the face with them committing a heinous, unspeakable act and conduct themselves in a truly terrifying demeanor. If you ask me, I'm going with the latter. That's what I believe they're doing with Blue Diamond. We hear about her in a flashback where she threatens to shatter a gem, our ruby, but not following through on it. Then, we see her in person for the first time, she's bawling her eyes out and lamenting. She shares a moment of kindness with Greg, but then subverts it by kidnapping him. But it's portrayed as a misguided attempt to have Pink Diamond's legacy live on. The current impression we have of Blue Diamond at face value is that she's someone with a good heart, handling grief the wrong ways, but this is simply not true. This is done to lure us in a false sense of security and give the audience hope that she can turn heel and even align with the crystal gems like a handful of characters seem to have already done or come close to already. The way I see it, as far as we, the audience, is concerned, Blue Diamond's fate is completely unpredictable because she's irrational and unpredictable. Something vital to these characters that we need to keep in mind is that Steven Universe is the story of a small group of people on one planet that was interrupted from colonization in a single galaxy amongst dozens of other colonies and galaxies that Homeworld takes control of. Rose prevented the assumable extinction of human beings and the planet as we know it, and prevented it from becoming another hub for elite gems and typical Homeworld business. Earth is just one planet out of many. What Rose stopped happened to those planets. They're former shells of what they used to be. Using what we know would have happened to Earth and applied to other planets, the Diamonds, including Blue Diamond, may have consciously wiped out other races from existence. And those races didn't have any say, and for a lot of them, maybe not even a form of defense. Blue Diamond not only has a great deal of responsibility for corruption, which completely turned a good number of her own kind to mindless beings, but shattered many gems as well, essentially killing off those who, again, were her own kind. Connie even refers to her as an intergalactic tyrant, yet we've also been given scenes where we're meant to sympathize with her. The Diamonds as a whole are likely supposed to be portrayed as morally gray, but it feels like they're targeting Blue Diamond specifically, which makes me really excited to see the direction her character is taken. In the Wanted promo, she states, "I want to know what she thinks we're going to do with her because I want to do something worse," insinuating that whoever she's talking to, she's planning to perform much harm and damage to Rose Quartz and draw out excruciating pain as opposed to just outright shattering her. However, I believe this shot right here is very telling, as Blue Diamond's expression goes to seemingly one of shock, and I infer it as one of two things. Either Steven has told her something that startles her, or that's her reaction upon anticipating coming face to face with this and getting this. I think that would throw anyone off guard. Blue Diamond may be the most compelling character we get this arc, as her actions towards Steven will truly be unpredictable. I can see her getting very angry and upset, and I can see her having a moment of weakness and confusion, allowing Steven to swoop in and appease her. Hell, we see Steven and Lars in her palanquin. They likely stole it, but who's to say Blue didn't lend it to them as means to assist her escape? The most vital thing is Blue Diamond's tears. Because of Steven's empathy powers, when she cries, he cries. And to clarify, this is because of his empathetic powers. There's this misconception that came out of absolutely nowhere that Steven is crying Rose's tears, but that's illogical as Steven is Rose. The data in the Rose Quartz gem was overridden with Steven's DNA. Plus, Steven literally states he's been crying Blue Diamond's tears, and the closer they get, the larger the tears get, because that's how large Blue's tears would be on a normal-sized human being. Steven crying Rose's tears is essentially a headcanon with a lot of holes in it, with direct dialogue contradicting it. Back on topic, Blue will be taken aback if Steven shares her tears and may further her vulnerability in allowing Steven to connect with her. Again, I've stated many times, I don't want Blue Diamond to have a change of heart and defect from Yellow and White. However, she clearly does not think straight and is very in the moment. She does not plan long term and does whatever helps her cope in a specific instance without caring of the repercussions. That's what makes her dangerous. She may have pity for Steven one moment and lean on sending him to the zoo or sentencing him to gym probation, whatever that may be, but the very next second, she could have shift in mood and desire the worst, lashing out at Steven and altering her choice for a much worse fate like corruption or shattering, although I believe the former may not work on Steven. But these are just my thoughts, and as always, I love to hear yours. So let's get a discussion going in the comments. What do you expect from Blue Diamond this arc? Do you agree that we may see her at her absolute worst, lashing out and being completely vicious towards Steven? Or do you think she'll have another moment of kindness, another moment of weakness? Very curious to hear your thoughts on this one. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like, and if you're new here, subscribe. And share with any friends who love Blue Diamond and can't wait to see what happens next. And if you're feeling generous, support us on Patreon. $1 can go a long way, and if you select our Diamond tier, not only will you get some early videos, but we'll even shout out your channel. So please consider supporting us. And if you want to rep the roundtable, head over to Teespring and cop a crystal clear tier hoodie. Also follow us on social media such as Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. Links to everything is in the description. Awestruck Fox, signing out. This video has been powered by Patreon. If you want to give us some more support, head to patreon.com/roundtablevids, become a patron, and get some awesome perks. Thanks for watching another video on the Roundtable. If you want to get more involved with our community and watch videos from Let's Talk with Tom, Voxbox, and more, click the video right here. Or if you want to get some more of the animation goodness, watch some Crystal Clear or Meeting Monday, click the video right here. And please, don't forget to subscribe.